Look up at the night sky. Everything you see, the stars, the planets, and even ourselves, actually makes up less than 5% of the entire universe. The remaining 95% is a silent world of shadows, operating in the dark, and more terrifyingly, it is planning to erase everything we know. We live in an illusion of existence. What we perceive as reality is merely a tiny fraction of a much larger, invisible, and potentially destructive cosmic force. Imagine trying to grasp the light, only to find it slipping through your fingers like smoke. Our physical world is a fragile island in a dark ocean. To understand why our reality is under threat, we must look into the heart of the darkness and uncover the secrets that the universe has hidden. Time is running out for the visible world, yet the forces that built the stars are now the very same ones that may eventually tear them all apart. Every atom in your body was forged in the hearts of stars, yet those stars are just tiny sparks in a vast, cold, and hungry cosmic emptiness. This is the story of the invisible war for the soul of the cosmos, where the prize is nothing less than the continuation of reality itself today. Prepare to face the truth about the shadows. Why is 95% of the universe silently erasing our reality? And what does that mean for us? In 1970, a pioneering astronomer named Vera Rubin looked through her telescope and discovered a paradox that would change our understanding of physics forever. She was measuring the speed of stars in distant galaxies, expecting them to move slower as they got further from the center, according to Newton's laws.
The velocity curve spikes dramatically,
Instead,
a profound
she saw
deviation
something
from the norm.
impossible. The stars at the edges of galaxies were moving just as fast as those in the middle, defying every known rule. By all accounts, these galaxies should have torn themselves apart. There wasn't enough visible matter to generate the gravity needed to hold them all together. Imagine a spinning umbrella. If it turns too fast, the water droplets fly off. Galaxies are the same, yet they somehow kept their grip on stars. There had to be a something else, an invisible source of gravity. Rubin had found the first evidence of what we now call the dark matter. Dark matter is like an invisible glue. It doesn't emit, reflect, or absorb light, making it completely undetectable by any traditional telescope we currently possess. It accounts for about 27% of the universe. Without it, the gravity would be too weak, and galaxies would simply evaporate into the void. This cosmic web is the skeletal structure of our universe. Dark matter provides the scaffolding upon which all visible matter, like stars and planets, hangs. It is the silent guardian of our reality. It keeps the stars in their orbits and allows the structures we call home to exist in balance. But what is it made of? Scientists are hunting for WIMPs, weakly interacting massive particles. But so far, the shadow remains elusive and completely silent to us. Even though we cannot see it, we feel its heavy presence. It is a ghost that haunts the cosmos, pulling the strings of every galaxy's movement. Every time you look at a galaxy, remember that what you see is only the tip of an iceberg. Most of the mass is invisible darkness. Dark matter doesn't even collide with itself. It moves through ordinary matter like a phantom, leaving only its powerful gravitational fingerprint behind for us to find. But as crucial as dark matter is for holding things together, there is a much more powerful force working to tear everything apart from the inside. If dark matter is the glue, then Nanglung Toy is the ultimate expander. It is a mysterious force that is pushing the universe outward at speed. For billions of years, gravity tried to slow the expansion of the universe after the Big Bang. But about 5 billion years ago, something strange happened. The expansion didn't slow down. It began to accelerate. The universe started growing faster and faster, driven by an energy we don't fully understand yet. This is dark energy. It makes up a staggering 68% of the universe, and it seems to be a property of space-time itself nowadays. Astronomers discovered this by observing Type 1a supernovas. They realized these distant explosions were much fainter than they should be, proving they were further away. Dark energy doesn't dilute as space expands. As more space is created, more dark energy appears, creating a runaway effect that is literally unstoppable by gravity. It is a cosmic battle. Gravity wants to pull everything together into a crunch, but dark energy is winning, pushing everything out into a cold infinity. Eventually, every galaxy outside of our local group will be pushed so far away that their light will never be able to reach us again. Future civilizations on Earth might look up and see a completely empty sky. They would have no idea that other galaxies or stars ever existed at all. Dark energy is effectively erasing our connection to the rest of the cosmos, isolating us in a tiny bubble of light that is shrinking every day. We call it the cosmic horizon. Once something crosses that line due to expansion, it is gone forever. It is literally deleted from our observable universe. 68% of everything is this mysterious force. It is the dominant player in the fate of our cosmos, and its power is only growing. It is not just a passive background. It is an active agent of destruction, a force that is slowly but surely dismantling the architecture of reality. We are caught in the middle. Our very existence depends on the temporary balance between the pull of dark matter and the push of dark energy. But that balance is shifting. The shadows are getting stronger, and the light is being driven into a corner from which there is no escape. This is the great cosmic war. On one side, dark matter is trying to build. On the other, dark energy is trying to tear down. Dark matter creates the nests where stars are born. It gathers gas and dust to form the worlds we live on and the suns we see. But dark energy is like a corrosive acid, eating away at the space between these structures, making it harder for gravity to maintain its hold forever. As the universe expands, the density of matter drops, but the density of dark energy stays the same. The outcome of this fight is already decided. The darkness is winning, and it is systematically deleting the external reality, one galaxy at a time, until we are left completely alone in the void. In about 100 billion years, the nearest galaxy cluster will be so far away that even the fastest light will never reach us again. The universe is leaking information. Every galaxy that disappears behind the horizon is a part of our reality that is lost to us for eternity. We are living in the golden age of astronomy. We can still see the past, but the window into the deep cosmos is slowly closing shut. Dark energy is not just moving things. It is warping the very fabric of existence, making the universe a stranger and more hostile place to be. The erasing of reality isn't a sudden event, but a slow, agonizing process of isolation that will eventually leave our solar system adrift in nothingness. If we don't understand these forces now, we will never know the true history of our universe before the evidence is wiped away by expansion. Every second, a volume of space the size of our galaxy is becoming unreachable. The loss of reality is happening right now as we speak. We are witnesses to the final acts of a cosmic drama. The stage is being cleared, and the lights are being turned out by dark energy. There is no way to stop it. There is no way to hide. The 95% is coming for the 5% that we call home. The very laws of physics that allowed us to exist are being overwritten by the relentless expansion of the vacuum and its mysterious, dark power. Even the most powerful objects in the universe, the black holes, cannot escape the eventual influence of the dark energy's grip on the space-time fabric. We are heading toward a future where the word universe will mean only one thing: a cold, dark, and perfectly empty void of absolute silence. But there is a darker possibility, a Kitschbahn called the Big Rip. What if dark energy doesn't just push galaxies away, but grows stronger? In this nightmare, the expansion becomes so violent that even gravity inside galaxies fails. The stars themselves are torn from their orbits and cast out. Then, it comes for the solar systems. Planets like Earth would be ripped away from the sun, drifting into a cold darkness before they are destroyed. Eventually, the Earth itself would be torn apart. The very ground beneath your feet would stretch and shatter as the fabric of space-time breaks. Nothing is safe. Not mountains, not buildings, not even the people you love. Every solid object is held together by forces that would be overwhelmed. The Big Rip would reach down to the microscopic level. The chemical bonds that hold your molecules together would be snapped like fragile, dry twigs. Finally, even atoms would be destroyed. Electrons would be stripped away from their nuclei, and the nuclei themselves would be shredded into pieces in seconds. At the very end, there is nothing left. No matter, no radiation, no energy. Just a broken space-time that can no longer support any form of existence. This is the ultimate deletion of reality. A universe that has expanded so much that it has literally torn itself into a state of nothingness. Is this our inevitable fate? Scientists are still measuring the W parameter of dark energy to see if it will eventually lead to this end. The Big Rip could happen in 22 billion years. It sounds like a long time, but in the cosmic scale, it is just a blink. It is the ultimate triumph of the 95%. The shadows will have finally succeeded in erasing every trace of the 5% that once was. The universe begins in fire and light, but it may very well end in a cold, silent rip that leaves no one to remember it. But do not despair. Though 95% of the universe is a shadow, the fact that we can even observe it is a profound miracle. Our consciousness is the universe's way of looking at itself. We are the 5% that has developed the eyes to see the darkness. We are a tiny, brilliant spark of life in an ocean of shadows. Every moment we spend exploring and learning is a victory against the void. Who are we in that 5%? We are the dreamers, the thinkers, and the explorers who refuse to be intimidated by the scale of the unknown. Cherish this reality. Cherish the stars, the light, and the connections we have. They are rare, they are beautiful, and they are ours for now. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the shadows. Subscribe to explore more mysteries of our amazing universe. Until next time, keep looking up.